Welcome to PoPolitickin.com, your number one source for hip-hop without the politics. PoPolitickin is Yo MTV Raps meets Reading Rainbow meets Dr. Phil or something like that. Follow PoPolitickin on all social media at PoPolitickin. That's at PoPolitickin.
What's sexy, everybody? This is your girl, Dee Dee The Great, best-selling author of the Head Champ book, and I'm chilling with PoPolitickin.
PoPolitickin.com.
Welcome back to PoPolitickin.com, your home for self-help meets hip-hop. Make sure you go on Spotify, Google Play, Apple Music, type in PoPolitickin, listen to the interviews we did for the past 11 years. 1212, I'm in the place to be with Dee Dee The Great. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you, baby?
I'm fantastic. So, I see a lot of stuff about you. I think it's going to be a fun interview because I see you're a sex coach, you're an author, Rookie's Guide to Giving Head, the Head Camp, the Oral Sex Playbook.
Yep.
And then I see it says you have a firm representing top athletes in adult entertainment. So I guess it's wherever you want to start. You see you doing a lot of things.
Well, I'm right now, my primary income, I'm a celebrity sex coach, so my clientele are, in Hollywood, and some are celebrities and some are actors and actresses. So as a sex coach, I pretty much help individuals and couples gain sexual confidence, as well as help improve their sex lives.
So, give us some examples, what are some stuff you'll teach people?
Okay, so in regards, I just had, a couple of weeks ago, I had a leading actress who needed to do a scene where she had to fake an orgasm, and she had never orgasmed before. And she was very embarrassed to share that with me, but I explained to her, it's extremely common for women to not have experienced an orgasm. So I literally helped her masturbate, and she's been orgasming and masturbating ever since.
So why do you think sex shouldn't be a hard topic? Well, why is it such a hard topic to talk about? It shouldn't be a hard topic because that's how we all got here. But hey,
I know, but I think a lot of people. What I'm discovering is a lot of people are obviously ashamed, and they're not living in their sexual truth. So it makes it a taboo. It makes it something that you're ashamed to talk about. But a lot of people who are sexually open and they experience sexual freedom, they're not afraid to talk about it. Such as myself.
So how long have you been on this journey? What got you here?
I think I've always been. So I come from parents who are they were both agents. So I've been raised by Martin Lawrence, Eddie Griffin, a bunch of just straight up raw, real, in your face type of people. So I've just always lived in my truth, no matter what it is that I've done. And so in regards to sex, I've just always been that girl that everybody comes to and tells their deepest, darkest secrets. And they can always trust me. I've never revealed anything. And then that led me to discovering how to monetize off of that gift. I said, okay, well, I need to figure out a way. I can't be giving all this free advice, listening to all these people's problems sexually, as well as teaching them all these good techniques without getting paid for it. So that's how I decided to become a sex coach a couple of years ago.
So what's the how do you get certified in sex coach? What you had to do? What made you an expert now?
So, well, my background, I have a degree in psychology. I'm in law school, and then I took some. They offer a couple of different online certification classes where you can become certified for about $1,200. I think that was the cheapest school that I found. And honestly, with my background and my education, I really don't recommend people paying that to get certified because I feel like I wasted my money. It was just a bunch of tutorials, YouTube videos on the anatomy of the human body, things that you should know already. But somebody decided to make a certification course about it.
Yeah, I remember Dr. Ruth back in the day. Remember her?
Yes. I love Dr. Ruth. That's like my idol.
Actually, I had another guest. I don't know if you remember her. Do you know Alexis K. Tyler?
I heard of Alexis. I just don't know her personally.
Yeah, I had her on the show too. So I had a couple experts on the show about sex. So I want you to tell us more about the book. I thought that was cool. So the Rookie's Guide to Giving Head, the Oral.
I'm going to give you a copy too, but I mean, you're a guy, so you don't need the copy. You can always give it. It's actually a good gift to give to your ex lover. Hey, here you go.
I know, try to.
This is why we really broke up.
All right.
But it's the book is called Head Champ. It's an oral sex playbook. I wrote it. I'm very, like I said, I come from sports and entertainment, so it's written like an actual sports playbook. There's plays in there, and the plays are equivalent to just different techniques. And it's very graphic. Like I didn't write this book with any innocent. So when you read it, there's a bunch of pictures of people, like different individuals sucking dick. Because I want when the women are reading this book, like that's the only thing that's on their mind from page to page is sucking dick.
I remember that one lady came out with the grapefruit thing. So is that still kind of like teaching women to use the grapefruit and stuff?
So I'm not really big on props like that because the grapefruit, it tends to be a little messy. But I do have a prop in there that I use that a lot of women have recently tried and they love it. I'm sure there's going to be like a challenge about it pretty soon. It's where you use like a fruit roll up and you wrap it around the man's penis and you suck it until it dissolves. So that's as far as I'll go with a prop in terms of like my skill level.
But no like ice or peppermints and nothing like that.
No, I feel like if you know what to do with your mouth and your throat naturally, you don't need any of that. Like by the time you get up and go get the ice and the fucking grapefruits, he's already gonna come if you read some of the stuff that I have in the book. I want you to work smarter, not harder.
Then where can I get your book?
So my book is available on Amazon. It's available on Barnes and Noble. It's available on Google Play, and then I have it on my website. And if you order it from my website, it comes with a dildo, so it's like a little practice dildo, so you can really learn how to suck dick.
Yeah, you gotta talk about your Instagram too. It's very interesting. I'll be watching and be liking it like that. I can't get in trouble. My girl be watching me. Why you liking this shit?
No, tell her no. That's the last thing she should do. She should be liking stuff too. I always tell people who are in relationships, this is the easiest way for your partner to not get jealous. Just involve her. Make her participate in some of the things that you're doing. As small as they may seem.
The things you're doing, like what? Like just...
I don't know. Do you watch porn?
Yes.
Does she watch it with you?
No, because, see, this is what I was trying, because she was talking like that, like, oh, we should watch porn together. So I started trying to watch my porn, and then she like, I don't like that porn. And then she be like, she's black, so why you watching these other bitches? Like, she don't want me watching other races.
So why don't you let her decide the porn for you to watch?
Yeah.
And let's just, because I think you should start there. The biggest thing is you guys need to explore each other's like sexual boundaries and you know what I mean, and your desires. And the easiest way to find that out is if you watch porn together.
Yeah.
I know it sounds weird. You're like, that's my personal time.
Yeah, and then that's the thing too. So then she gets mad. Like now she be like, cause she would want to have sex all the time. So then she gets mad if I want to watch porn and like jack off. I'm like, shit, I gotta make love to my. I told her, I said that's practice. Like I'm making love to myself, practicing and get right. But
no, that's so good because you know your body, you know what you like.
Yeah, so
I'm proud of you.
Yeah. So then I know you got a podcast. I want you to talk about your podcast.
Yes. So it started off as a podcast, but now it's a sex talk show, which we're going to be doing it with Pornhub because I have it's pretty X-rated. I have a lot of companies send me products, and then I have models who actually review the products. So we'll get like a bunch of vibrators, and they'll actually use it, and that way we can tell people really like, hey, this works. This is how fast you want to use it. This is how you're going to climax quicker. So like a lot of the stuff I do is extremely like raw. It's very I would say hardcore.
Is it already out?
Yeah, it's already out. It's on my website. You can see it at www.ddtheGreat.com.
And what made you pick Pornhub over X videos? I like X videos.
They were just easier to communicate with and go back and forth with. X videos, I didn't like their team just was taking forever to get back to me on simple things. Pornhub, it took like a week. They're like, bam, what are you trying to do? All right, how are you trying to do it? How many episodes you want to drop? So we haven't had it on Pornhub just yet because in a couple of weeks I'm having an official book launch party, and that's when I'm going to be releasing like all my new episodes and stuff.
And I guess, so what would you say? What are your plans you're working on right now? Like, what are you trying to get accomplished?
So right now, like I'm on a mission, literally, to spread through this book, Head Champ, like great head and happiness to everybody, as many people as I can reach, as many households. In addition to that, I'm on tour with Jayla Fox. She's a legendary porn star, and we're going to be doing workshops where we actually teach people, individuals, a bunch of the techniques that I'm explaining in the book. So that's what we're doing now is workshops, which are going to be released January.
You said Jayla Fox?
Yes, Jayla Fox.
Yeah, I remember Isla Fox. Are they related or something?
No, they're not related.
Yeah, I remember Isla Fox though.
Jayla, a lot of people know her from, I don't know, with the Popeye sandwiches just came back, and she has a scene where she fucks a little crazy and it looks like a Popeye. So she's been getting a lot of publicity from Popeye sandwiches.
Yeah, I mean, to me too, I like it. Like, just sex is like, I just think it's like, to me, it's more like art. I think even with porn is more like art to me, and it's like it's not going nowhere. It's like very profitable business. Like so much money could be made in the sex industry.
Listen, I would never trade this industry for the world. I'm not kidding you, because it's like you said, it's sex is the same in any country. It's the same language. You know what I mean? It transfers no matter what. You don't even have to speak it. You just show it, and people understand what you're doing.
So, what kind of law are you gonna go into?
So I do, as an entertainment paralegal now, I do contract law for most of the good adult entertainers, and so that's basically what I'll be doing is solidifying that position of me actually being able to do my own contract without the supervision of an attorney right now. But that's what I've been doing, and I'm in love with it. Like some girls, I'll sign them. Hey, let me see what your contract is for this film. No, you need a break in between scenes. You need this. You need that. Like I pretty much just negotiate the terms before they even show up to set.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I know I interviewed a couple porn stars before, but they don't have a lot of rights, like especially the women. I didn't
No,
know that till she. It was Angelina Castro. I think she was telling me like they don't have. She was doing something like for women's rights in porn because she was saying they don't have a lot of rights. They don't get paid a lot at all.
no, they don't. Sometimes they'll have a 12-hour scene where they don't even have a break. And a lot of these girls who are excited, right? Because they need the money. They're like, oh, but I'm making $3,000. I'm like, do you realize how long 12 hours is? Like, you could be getting fucked for 12 hours straight. No, that wouldn't happen. Oh no, but it could happen, and
Yeah,
they will. They will abuse that.
but I was gonna say too, like some of that shit I be watching like those the bonded scenes, like that should be looking brutal. Like it'd be like, and I
Yeah,
be like, girls really sign up for that shit. I'm like, some of this shit I be like, damn. Like, I guess if you
it's
need it,
brutal.
you need it, but it's be like almost. I would say it's almost borderline rape.
For the most part, but again, that's their kinks and that's their fantasies. A lot of them who choose to do those certain scenes, that turns them on. So that, you know what I mean. So for us, we're like, oh damn, that was brutal. For them, they're like, no, I was looking forward to this scene all week.
So what do you think? Because also I interview a lot of interview a lot of pimps and stuff. So what do you think, far as like prostitution and like stuff like that, like that similar to porn? You
I'm
think?
all for it. I feel like if somebody wants to be compensated for their skills and for sex, it's their choice. They should be able to do it.
Yeah. Only
Because I mean, a lot of us we have sex for free.
Yeah, I know. And that to me, I'm like, shit, I respect the woman that be wanting to get her money instead of like the girls that be just letting dudes fuck for free. Shit.
Yeah, I can't respect it like that. I don't like that part of the game. But again, to each his own.
And then what I was like kind of tripping on too, because even when I interview a lot of the pimps, it's like they have like these budding ranches and brothels throughout the world. But then the black men, when they get arrested, they're getting 20, 30 years. So it's like, how are y'all?
Man, they get
Some men, y'all let some people run brothels where I actually seen it. I seen it was on TV one day. It was like, it was somewhere in Asia, but it was like 20 women and they all had like numbers and you could just pick them out. So it's like, okay,
oh
that
yeah,
shit
that's
ain't
yeah.
illegal, but you fucking the black man do it, then it's like all of a sudden he getting 30 years.
You know how it is with us, man. It's just they pick and choose with everything.
Yeah.
That's why even with me being like an African American author in this space, there's about 40 books in this space, and I'm the only African American author that has the same book in the space. And it's hard for me to get into a normal store that these same books are in.
Then did you do it? Did you get your book published independently? How did you get your book published?
Yeah, I'm a writer, so I just published it independently, and I have the money to do everything. So I was like, I'm just gonna put it out.
So you just wrote it yourself and just did everything yourself and just put it out?
Yep, I wrote it myself. I did the cover. I did the artwork myself, and except for the pictures, I hired somebody to per picture. I just paid them per illustration. and then yeah, and just published it, and then printed the books and.
I was like, what would you
Been
tell?
on my masterpiece.
Yeah, cause I know a lot of people they want to be a writer. So what would you tell somebody they wanted to be a writer? They wanted to write a book. What would you tell them? What's the tip?
You can do it. I would tell them straight up, you can do it for free. The first step is obviously going to be the writing. If you don't like to write, but you know how to articulate your words, I mean, step by step, download an app called Google Board. Download Google Docs, and literally, from Google Board, you can literally record your audio, and it's going to type it for you.
Mm.
And then from there, you just you could transfer it to like Microsoft Word, format the size of your book, go to CreateSpace, which is a partnership with Amazon, and literally you have a book, and it'll be published within 72 hours.
Yeah, I think nowadays, like you said, it's easy to write the book, but the part now is like the marketing part you got to worry about.
It's just it's the marketing. I'm just fortunate that I know like a lot of people in Hollywood, so I've been kind of, like I said, master P-ing it, giving them a book, making them hold up a book, making them put it on their story, put it on their page, doing as many shows. I average 2 to 3 shows a week. I don't discriminate on the podcast. You know what I mean? I'm not like, oh man, they only have 3 followers. Nope, I want to do the show.
Then you in LA too, right?
Yes, and I'm in LA too, and I travel.
So you do shows? Y'all doing shows weekly in LA?
Yeah, we're doing shows. We do about 2 to 3 shows. Like I said, most of the times when I do in-studio interviews, I have Jayla Fox with me, or another porn star, and they actually demonstrate what the book's talking about to make it a more interesting visual effect.
So who is the crowd, like women, men, or everybody?
It's everybody. Like when we do our talk show, if you're talking about that, we have an audience of about 50 to 60 people, and they come like as couples. And like we just taught a lady how to deep throat in front of her husband. That was her biggest issue. She said, hey, whenever I'm trying to deep throat, I gag. I feel like I'm going to throw up. What am I doing wrong? And we literally was like, okay, come up here. Let's show you. We took the dildo. We put it down her throat. We're like, breathe through your mouth. Take a deep breath. You know, the techniques of how to deep throat. And literally the whole room was like, well, can you teach us that too? And these are women in their late 40s. So some of them aren't even young.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Yeah, I think it's like, so why is that? Why is it like it takes so long for you to start wanting to discover yourself? You know what I'm saying? That's like almost.
I don't know, because we've been, you know what I mean. A lot of us, like I said, a lot of times our sexual fantasies don't match our sexual realities. And I think like that, I'm like I'm a hip kind of sex coach. So when people come to me, they're like, man, I don't know who else to talk to about this. I can't talk to my homegirls about it because I don't want them in my business. I can't talk to my mom about it because, you know, she's conservative. But, you know, and with me, I'm like, you're talking to, you know what I mean? I'm going to listen, give you my advice, give you my recommendation, and that's it. It's going to stay where it's at.
Yeah, I was reading this one marriage book, and it was saying, as far as sex, it was saying like, if your spouse said they have like a fantasy or a quirk, they said if it doesn't like harm you, just do it. Go for it.
Listen, I am the number one person to tell any and everybody listening, explore your sexual boundaries. Try any and everything, because you never know what's going to turn you on. It's better to be turned on than to be turned off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I guarantee you it will change your life.
Yeah, I remember I had this one girl. I shouldn't be saying this shit, but I remember I had this one girl. She was like, she was on that Brian Pumper shit, so she like dudes cracking eggs on her and shit. I was like, all right, fuck it, give me the egg.
That's what I'm saying. And it's probably some shit that you never would thought of, but she introduced it. You like, damn, that shit was kind of weird, but
yeah,
it was
she
because it was so weird. The shit was cool.
I thought she was playing, but I was like, man, she for real about this egg shit. She kept saying it, so I was like, fuck it. She just like crack an egg on it. That was her shit. Like she said, she was on that Brian Pumper shit. That's what he be doing.
So when you was cracking the eggs, were you hitting it too, or you just started with the eggs?
Yeah, I was hitting it. Yep. Yep. Wilding out here, man, doing some wild shit.
But see, that's not bad. At least it didn't harm you, did it?
Nah, that's what I'm saying. It ain't nothing crazy. Shit.
So don't try that with your new wife. She might look at you sideways, like, nigga, if you don't put them eggs down.
I was like, and then I don't know. Then I'll be kind of thinking of like about the only thing like far as like sex with the females. Like I be just thinking like how they be using the strap on. So I just be like, if they say they're gay, but then they want to use strap on, that still means like, what is that about? What do you think that's about?
Oh no, the strap on is just for the penetration. A lot of women, if you're talking about them not being, maybe they're not gay, right? They're
Yeah.
just having sex with a woman and they want the woman to just use a strap on. It's
Yeah.
because they like penetration. Yeah. They like having sex with the man, so that's the first thing that, you guys, men can penetrate as a woman can't. So the strap on just does that for you.
Well,
That's all. It might not even have nothing to do mentally with the woman who's actually using it. It's just the actual toy. And believe it or not, the strap on toy, there's so many different sizes and shapes. So it can go deeper than a normal penis. It can do some things that a normal penis can't do.
and then
Vibrate, it can do all kind of stuff.
yeah. So does the size matter, or it doesn't matter?
For me, like size doesn't matter. Like I've been with men who were fortunate and weren't as fortunate and still had great sex because I know my body. I'm sexually empowered and I know what turns me on. So when I'm with a guy who has a small penis, I just use his penis to stimulate my clit and I can come. I don't need the penetration.
Then what about like far as circumcised or uncircumcised? You think that matters to make a difference?
I don't think it matters. Like I've been with men who've had both.
As long as they keep it clean, if it's
As long
uncircumcised.
as they keep it clean, yeah, they have to keep it clean. It's just, I think the ones with the uncircumcised ones, it's like it's a different feeling when you're giving them head. They come a little quicker because you remove the sleeves. It's a little different.
And then there's do you think like far as like say if you're like far as a man, or it can be a female too, but say like I'm a man, I'm with a girl. She's like, man, I've been with 100 people or 200 people. You think I should be tripping on that, or you like it shouldn't matter?
No, I don't think so. Listen, as long as she was with those 200 people safely, I don't think you should trip off of it because it's very easy for you to rack up numbers on your resume. It's real easy. Like I'll date a guy if I like him and we get intimate. I don't want to date him. I mean, the sex wasn't great. Now I'm on to another guy, and it's no offense to, you know what I mean? It's no offense to trying to add to my record. It's just shit happens.
And then like I know like guys like to give females like labels. So like they be like, oh, she's a slut, or you remember? I mean, you remember Amber Rose talking about sluts and all that hoes. So like, where do those labels come from? You think those are actual labels people should use sometimes, or those shouldn't be words people use?
I think most people who use that they're full of shit. No, there's two type of women in this world. There are in regards to sex. There's a sexually empowered woman, such as myself, and then there's a hoe. So the difference between the two, and a sexually empowered woman, she knows what she wants, she knows when she wants it, she knows how she wants it. The hoe, she needs guidance. She needs to be told what to do. She's going to be doing things just to be doing it. So there's a difference between the two type of women. And I think some people just like to use the term loosely. Oh, she's a hoe. She's a hoe. Like, what makes her a hoe? Because she dresses sexy? Because she's confident in her own skin? Just this lady could have been with one person her whole life, but she dressed like a stripper. Okay, she has a sexy body to do so. Or she don't have a sexy body, but she's confident. Let her wear what the fuck she wants to wear.
Yeah, then I guess so. Then about even like when you say let them wear what they want to wear, but then they say certain guys give them certain remarks. And I know a lot of women like you shouldn't be able to wear what you want, and the guy shouldn't be, So what do you think about that? Because I think like if you wear a certain thing, you gonna get certain remarks. Like you can't just wear what you want to wear and think.
Yeah, I mean, you wear what you. A lot of times, like I wear what I want to wear for myself. Like I like dressing sexy. I have twins. Like I love my. So if I could be naked, I'm gonna be naked, and it's for me. I can be in a room by myself. It's not because I want attention from somebody. Now, if somebody's giving me attention and it's unwanted, I know how to shut it down. But at the same time, I'm not a person that's gonna be surprised by like, oh, this nigga's trying to talk to me. I got an attitude. No, it's like you said, you came out the house looking like that. What did you expect? So I expect the ignorance when it does come my way, because sometimes it is ignorance. Because some people go a little too far. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and some women get the same comments even if they're in a sweatsuit. So it really just depends on the man.
Mm-hmm. And I want you, as far as like, what would you say to like a good? I don't know I don't want to say pickup line, but just say like a guy trying to approach a lady, approach you. Well, what would be some good lines or a good way for him to approach you?
I don't know. That's tricky because a lot of times, like, so for me, I'm attracted to intellect. So if a guy just starts an intellectual conversation with me, I'm interested. Now, if he comes at me like, "Oh, damn, baby, you look good," I'm trying to holler. It's like those terms and those words already. I'm off. I'm off it. My mind is on something else because to me, you're not. There's nothing intellectual about what you just said to me.
Mm.
Now, I'm not saying come up to me and be like, "Hey, did you see what's going on in the world news today? Donald Trump did." No, you know what I mean. Nothing like it doesn't have to be deep, but you just have to be profound in your approach. For me.
But even in the club, I be feeling like say if you in the club, it's kind of harder. It's already loud up in there and shit.
No, in the club, it's like, listen, I like a smile. So if you have a nice smile, clean shoes, I'm talking to you anyways because I like to talk to people. I'm chatty, but I don't want to talk. I can't hear you, so don't have no whole conversation with me. When you know what I mean? You could just tell the chemistry, the smile. Okay, cool. Let's exchange numbers. We'll talk after the club.
Okay. Well, I want to say thank you for coming through politicking with me.
Listen, you're the best. I learned some sexy shit. I think I'm about to go to the store and get a pack of eggs.
Yeah. You got anything you want to leave listeners with?
I mean, the biggest thing, takeaway, like I said, I'm huge. Sexual freedom. Sex isn't going anywhere, so we might as well embrace ourselves. And I'm really big on rediscovering new things.
The PoPolitickin Show is brought to you by Audible. With over 180,000 titles to choose from, Audible is great for any continuous learner wanting to grow and expand their knowledge and insight. Go to www.audibletrial.com/POaudio and get an audiobook of your choice, free with a 30-day trial. After the trial, your paid membership will begin at $14.95 per month. With your membership, you will receive 1 credit every month, good for an audiobook on Audible. Cancel before your trial ends, and you will not be charged. So go to www.audibletrial.com/POaudio and download a free audiobook by Tony Robbins, Grant Cardone, Napoleon Hill, Les Brown, Damon John, and more. Always remember that knowledge is power.